I don't even
We are in the southern hemisphere.
We're fucking shit with up until about 2 hours ago. We couldn't have been more on fire.
And then
Our shit was on like we don't. Dave and I don't have great fucking luck, and we come down here and this country has opened themselves up to us.
Yep.
Let us finger its pussy.
Yep. Oh.
The nicest
way a gentleman can.
Yeah.
And then I lost the podcast.
And then you fucking lost the podcast. I can't even tie the metaphor together. We recorded a live podcast with Kumail Nanjiani, which is a horrible butchering of a man's name who is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave Thornton, who's an Australian comic of some note and fucking really funny. You'll never know that.
No, you won't. But listen, I have a new hat.
You fucking motherfucker.
So you need to look at life as a trade-off. And in this case, I have a St. Kilda Saints hat on.
Here's the thing.
And
before you open your fucking stupid mouth, I guarantee you all bets were on it that I fucked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking person who's listening is going, well, it must have been, well, what did Greg do? And you know what Greg didn't do? Just fucking remain pretty. Used his eye creams, worked out every day, and you had one job. You have one job.
You're just pointlessly angry. Can I just
I don't seem maxi mad, do I?
Can I just tell you something? My son now plays like he acts out his parent. He'll be like, I'm going to go to work. And he'll grab a couple things. And when he plays Daddy's Going to Work, he grabs a jacket, and he puts on a hat or something, and then he walks to the door, and he turns around, and he goes, I forgot my keys. Oh, my God. So guess what? I lost the fucking keys to Australia.
Oh, my God, dude.
Deal with it. That's walking the room. We have a guest.
Yeah. Fucking, how lucky him that he gets to walk in on this fucking mess. Like, this is a guy I've known for a little while. We met at one of these festivals. I think we met it was in Edinburgh. Or we meet here. We met
probably in Edinburgh, and then I did your show at the festival in Seattle.
Yeah, you did Bring the Rock, and you fucking broke.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was great. He was fucking great.
Oh, but hang on, I didn't have a visa when I did that, so I wasn't paid
you
for
weren't
it.
There. Yeah,
I was just doing it.
You didn't get paid, but
if you did Bring the Rock, you didn't get paid, and that's for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? If American officials find out that you did get paid, they can come and find you in any country.
Well, there's not going to
put you on a plane.
They don't have to
take
worry
you wherever, and that's your own fault.
Oh God.
Yeah, but here's why he doesn't have to worry about it. We haven't even fucking said his name yet. So welcome to the show.
Maybe just don't say the name.
Maybe
for the
we
whole
don't say
thing,
it.
Then.
Say his name. Say his name. Say it. Let's take him down right now.
David O'Doherty is my name. It's fine. I don't mind. No, it's got to be okay. It was a cultural exchange more than anything else. I was bringing my tales.
Is that what you call it?
I was bringing. That's what you say. I'm an Irish person when you're arrested in America for working in some diner. It's a cultural exchange. I'm bringing my experience of cooking fries to. There's my friend Dara tells a funny story. There's a student visa you can get called a J1 to go and to go and work in America when you're in university in Ireland, and a lot of us go over. And you just get the shittiest jobs. I worked in a YMCA in San Francisco, hosing down, cleaning bathrooms.
Why is it that...
See, that's weird because in San Francisco, not only is that a shitty job, it's also a fetish bar. So that's in San Francisco. That's also a thing people will pay to do.
You're hosing people parts out.
Cleaning jizz off, steaming it off the walls of it.
Yeah.
Ringing my mother going, how are you doing? I've broken America, Mum. It's going great over here.
Here's the thing about San Francisco. It's a gorgeous city. Smells like bleach. The whole city's covered in cum. It just is a lot of... That's just a fact, right?
America's #1 cum city.
That's what they say, come to San Francisco. And they just spell it C-U-M. Do they do that?
They say come spell San Francisco.
You're wearing a hat! I'm so furious.
This hat is
it symbolizes a great podcast
I don't
that
know.
happened
When
and
I
is
see
now
that hat,
gone.
every time I'm going to just say, I want $2,000 for that hat.
So let me just put the situation together. You had the podcast on some sort of small
Right. They gave it to us on a
device.
they gave us on a very little SIM card. I don't know why we didn't ask for discs, but
C90. I would have gone C90,
what is that?
like an old-fashioned cassette.
Oh my God! Yeah, we should have gone.
That's
Oh
huge.
yeah, C30, C90, C60. Go.
Anything but a SIM
Wow,
card.
wow, wow.
When they handed me the SIM card, I was totally bummed, but I got it back to the hotel and I put it in my safe. All was good.
Yeah.
And then last night,
They said they wanted it
they
back.
said we want it back because we want to record the SuperPod and put it on that SIM card.
Should we even
And
tell them
my
about the
first
SuperPod?
thought was-
There's a pretty good chance
my
that won't make it
first
to air
thought was,
either.
oh dear God, that thing's gonna get lost if I have to take it around. So then I had to go and find a way to put the SIM card on my computer. I had to go buy an adapter. And then I saw a hat, and I wanted to buy a fucking hat because
Oh, I hate that hat.
I'm a huge St. Kilda fan.
I hate that hat.
I saw a great 50-yard kick, and some catches that were fantastic. So I love the team.
To the listeners, the sport he's talking about here is Australian rules football,
Yeah.
a sport that not only does he not know anything about, because I explained it to him while he was wearing the hat on the way to record the podcast, but secondly, so then I told him rumours that St Kilda were a hated team by everyone, and at any moment we could be punched in the face.
Well, that's quite possible right now. I don't like them. I don't like you, and I don't like that hat. And we lost. Dave. People applauded when we came out. Like people.
That's
I
not
know.
Understand what happened.
I'm used to that.
What happened the other night was that we were moved to another venue because we sold so many tickets.
Wow.
Then the festival, the people from the festival have been taken aback by the fact that people are showing up in clown outfits.
Yeah, they don't know what's happening.
Tom fucking Green the other night at the comics bar was like, "Why are there all these clowns around?" And he was fascinated because he's performed for the Juggalos, so he fucking gets it.
Yeah.
And we had the most. I'm now going to call that the most magical podcast that ever happened.
It's quite a metaphysical thing. It's like if a tree falls in the forest, and no one hears it. Did it make a sound?
Yeah.
It's sort of like that podcast.
It didn't. If it made a sound, it was a sound of a tear.
Yeah, well, it's
Look, now this is what can happen with this. It can become a legendary podcast because now more people can say they were there that weren't even there, and they can say how amazing it was and like life-changing experience. Oh my God, I can't believe we can never hear it. Like this missing podcast can just take on epic proportions in the history. The history.
Are
vault.
you saying that it's much like when I wrote the hit book, He's Just Not That Into You, and they only printed 35,000 copies, and then when we went on Oprah, there was a need for 200,000, so for 3 weeks people were fighting in stores to get it?
I wasn't fighting. I had
Here's how important this podcast is to the people of Australia. A guy came up to me and handed me his card. He was from the Australian Federal Police. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know that he wants me telling everybody this. He said,
You can break any laws. I love the podcast that much.
We're free to do whatever we want. Whatever we want. He just pointed at a woman. She was like 55. And he said, you can kill her right now in front. You can kill her. And if you have this card, freedom, buddy.
You go, this is your go. You can only use one. So you don't get like a bunch. You can have a rape or a murder. You could rob a bank. Whatever you want to do. You got one free go here with the Australian Federal Police. So this guy goes, listen, I'm going to have to tell you something. I love your podcast, and me and the guys, we listen to it. We'll do it. A lot of times we'll be doing a stakeout. Maybe we've got to kick in the door of a pedophile or something like that. And he goes, this breaks the tension. Like, we'll literally be sitting there with our headphones on, listening to Walking the Room before they go, okay, you're ready to go. And then we'll fucking kick the door out. He was dead fucking serious. He's a
That
big
kept it
dude.
good for the criminals. Like that means that they're like getting extra abuse.
Oh, we talk about prison. So, okay, just a real recap. So remember I was telling you
Don't
about
point at me.
Remember Doug
I know you're
Doug
talking to
Herman's
me. When you look at me, I know you're talking to me.
Doug Herman's, the guy that I went to high school with that played football.
We got a recap?
At the University of Oregon, right? And then my friend said he ran into him at a party.
Yeah.
And he had looked terrible. Had just gotten out of prison.
Yes.
And he had a slice on his face.
Sure.
That's the thing they do in prison when you snitch.
Wow.
It's called a tomahawk.
Oh.
How about that, huh? So if you're a prison fan, you're jerking off right now because we fucking have some prison. That was prison news for you. They said to ask Dave. He'll know about that.
What's going on underneath your beard? Is there? Is a beard there for a reason?
I've got a Chelsea smile. Isn't that the one where you hold a knife and then you kick him in the balls? So when I go, it's like the Chelsea Headhunters football team used to. The Chelsea, one of the. I think I'm right here, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna probably be killed.
Sure.
But Chelsea football team in London used to have very tough fans, and I think this goes back to London crime in the 60s.
Yeah.
One of the things they would do would be they'd just put a blade in your mouth, just gently there, and then someone would kick you in the balls so that when you grimaced and went,
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry. So
No, don't be sorry.
That's-
First off, you've just hit our listenership where they live. There are guys with their pants down right now. Like we talk a lot. Prison is a big theme of this.
That's
this
actually,
podcast.
which is weird. That's actually how I eat. Like I will put a piece of food in my mouth, and then someone will kick me in the balls, and I'll just swallow.
Oh boy, I'd like to help you have a sandwich today. Let me tell you something. I'll kick you in the balls a few times.
So you bought the hat. Okay, I still don't understand the tie in between the buying the hat and the losing of the SIM
I don't
card.
get how it's get lost. So
Here the thing. Here, let me tell you of the exact play. I went and bought the adapter thing. Then I had to go to Target because I needed socks. Because I didn't.
this
I
thing just
packed. I packed 4 days worth of socks. It's a much longer trip.
Yeah.
It is in fact almost 14 days.
So when I
you're
realized
10
that I
days shy
didn't
of
have-
socks.
He thought days were. He thought it was like Saturn here,
Is that
or
what
a
that
day
fucking
was like.
smell was at the bar last night? On your
They were-
fucking feet.
I
It
had
smelled
fresh-
like it smelled like that.
It
Or
wasn't
maybe it
day
was just
5.
pussy.
Whose? Say it.
There was a girl that we were hanging out with last night who did an imitation of a hand job, but it was the hand job that she would give, and she literally used both hands and went like this, like
Like a butter
She was,
churning?
you know, like when you give someone a hand job, and she took 2 hands and twisted them like she was wringing something out. And I go, "That's the worst.
That's
the most
horrifying.
frenetic." She goes, "Yeah, like you give someone a hand job." And she goes, "Like that." I go, "What is that hand job?
Wow.
Like that is like
That's
a twisting.
breaking
It's like
it.
she."
Pepper grinder.
The pepper grinder.
Pepper grinder. That's exactly. She looked like she was
no.
doing a pepper grinder. I couldn't decide whether that would be awesome or just a nightmare.
What if she
But
said?
I felt like it
what
was
if
so
she
much
said
work.
a hand job and then she like pretended to chisel? Give a gentleman a hand job.
It's an Aussie hand job. Yeah. It sounds like another one of those tortures.
And she said that because you. Oh, I'll talk about the crazy woman that came up to me after the show. Anyway.
Okay.
So you were getting.
So
you're
I
gonna
get the
socks.
adapter,
I'm already mad.
and then I go to get
I want to know the
socks.
last time you saw the chip.
I'm gonna fucking tell you.
Okay.
The interesting thing about storytelling is if you wait, you will hear some stuff and you don't have to ask ahead of time.
Not the way you
It's
do
like
it.
watching. You're like watching a movie with my mom.
You know how-
Is he the bad guy?
You know that poster that we have for the Super Pod where all the words are just happening at once? The one
Yep.
that Paul just made? Somebody goes, "That's the way Greg talks."
Yes, it is. And I have to try to filter it out for people to make them understand it.
So socks, new socks.
So I get socks.
How many pairs do you buy?
4.
Oh yeah.
Really? We're here for 10 days. You had 4. You made it so you would be too shy?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and did you buy the
But
hat
I was
then?
very interested in the socks. They have different socks here.
No.
They don't have. They have like they're more sporty. They
There's a lot of sports
and
socks
there's a
in
lot of writing on the bottom of their socks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they have socks that say "hangover" on them. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I would think that would also be maybe
Yeah.
Ireland
Keep going.
and England and you know the drinky countries.
Oh yeah, as opposed to America, where.
I don't know if you heard this, but we have entered sobriety.
Oh really?
As a country.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's all I can do to tell you that you aren't fucking hungover today. I was with you last night. That's also part of this. Your eyes are pink and they're barely open.
Oh, I see.
You fucking had a heater on last night. I don't blame you.
It
We had
doesn't
a
have
good-
anything to do with losing the fucking card.
So did
Oh
you?
fuck horse shit! Don't bring your goddamn baggage into this and the fucking shit you used to do, waking up next to a dumpster. I'm fine.
We used to have.
First off, her name was Carol. Well, have you not referred to her as a dumpster anymore?
when we to combat the terrible social problems of drinking in my country, AA sent a guy around to our school when we were about 15. And he just told us the greatest drinking stories ever. In a sort of, they were supposed to be cautionary.
But they-
and
but they were kinda great.
They just made him sound like a legend. So, like at the end, you just felt like giving him a high five more than anything. One of them was when he goes, you know, you've got a problem when you wake up and in a hotel room and there's a woman beside you and you don't know what language she's going to speak when you wake her up. And like we're 15 going, and this as to drinking is bad.
Oh my God. You can fuck internationally when you're drunk? You can get people that don't speak your language to fuck you when you're drunk. I am going to. Let's get drunk now.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
The horrible thing about drinking is that sometimes you'll wake up in a bed with a woman. And other cautionary tales.
So did you get the hat in the same place as the socks?
No. Okay. So this is what happened at Target. So I'm reaching into my pants to get money, and I pull it out, and the SIM card flies out, and I reach down and I grab it and I put it back in my pocket, and I put my money in my other pocket, so the SIM card is not in the same pocket as the money now. So if I reach in again, I will not pull out the money.
Yeah.
And then I go and I'm walking past. I see the hat shop. I go, I want to get a hat because I love my fucking Saints. And I buy the hat, and then I'm walking back to the hotel. I reached in and pulled out my phone and my hotel card when I was walking on the street. And they were in the same pocket as the SIM card.
But no one, let me just say this, no one's going to steal. Firstly, I like that you said you kept the SIM card in the safe in the hotel, like a rival podcast. We're going to break into your hotel.
You don't know what Tofop's going to do. Little Dum Club coming down up on our... The fucking Australian podcasters are insane.
They'll steal your shit and play it and it's theirs.
This year alone, 38 deaths.
In the Australian
turf
podcast.
war going on.
Yeah. The pod community here is really fucked up.
They
are fucked up.
they already tagged my hotel room.
Yeah.
So,
no, did you see when Clausen walked into that bar last night? People just got the fuck out the way. That motherfucker came in with a hot haircut and his fucking chest out, and people went, "Oh my god, that guy will fucking cut you."
it's like West Side Story with podcasts.
Yeah,
Very much
it
so.
is. Very much so.
But no one is going to
So
say...
essentially, it's on the street then.
Yeah,
where
no one's
people
going to
are.
pick. No one's going to pick that up. It's sitting there in the gutter.
I walked the whole walk. I walked all the way back to the store. I walked the whole walk. I went back to the hat store. Guy was like, "No." I talked to him, and
Wow.
they looked around on the ground. It wasn't there. It's gone. The greatest podcast in the history of mankind. I feel like that podcast very possibly would have changed the course of podcasting, not just in America, but on Earth.
So what you're saying is if someone happened to film, say, 10 seconds of it, a snatch of it on their phone, that's going to become like the Zapruder film of this generation.
That's exactly right. That is right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. That'll be the Zapotter. That'll be the I can't fucking believe it, dude.
Zapruder?
Zapottle.
Zapottle?
Yeah.
It is the Zapottle. Look, I apologize. Apparently, you've narrowed it down to my drinking.
No, no. Look, you should fucking take that, because otherwise the default is you're just dumb. Drinking is an excuse. You can go, well, yeah, I was drunk last night. But the other one is
I think I was just... I never wanted to have it in my fucking pocket. I blame the festival.
I mean, well, of course you have to blame somebody.
Just the point where it goes, I'll keep this in a safe, and then you go, and now is the most sensitive period for it. I've kept it in a safe. Where I put it in my pocket with the money.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too.
It does make sense, right?
I've noticed that you're not wearing like Chemin de Fers or some lady's pants. You actually have 4 pockets. You literally could have put your key in your back pocket. You could have put your money in your left pocket. You could have put the thing, like you had room.
Oh,
so
I'm not
together.
a good pocket organizer.
Wow.
I have major pocket. Like
I wear a chain wallet for a very good reason. I will lose my wallet.
Yeah.
I'm not even. This easily could have been me.
Are you like this at all? Is this an issue in your life?
I've never lost a wallet. Which
that's
would be
insane.
because I've got
great.
too much stuff. I have the wallet of a man who's clearly never lost a wallet.
Yeah.
We were there was something that I was asking Dave about in baseball. I believe this to be a very strong metaphor for life, which is apparently it was confirmed to me, if you are the man who throws the ball in baseball and the man hits the hitting man, and once in a while the hitting man hits it and it strikes the throwing man in the head, him having just thrown it.
Yeah.
And apparently for the rest of your career you're never the same thrower because you leave an elbow up to mitigate against the 10,000 to 1 chance that you could be struck
get cracked
again.
in the face again.
And similarly, I think if you lose your wallet, you never again leave all of your credit cards and everything you own in the world inside that wallet the way I do. So I've clearly never lost a wallet.
Yeah.
I keep my son in my wallet. Never lost it. Never. I think it's fine.
I've lost a few. I'll lose a wallet every 2-3 years. I've also lost passports. Like right now, I don't even know where my passport is here. It's somewhere. I hope I have it. I gotta leave.
Have you ever lost a love? We'll be right back.
Oh, fuck you.
Welcome back to Walking the Room.
Yeah!
I'm
Whoa,
Dave Anthony.
Shit is fucking happening.
And this is Greg Barrett.
First off,
And we're joined by
just as
David
individuals,
O'Doherty.
I haven't lost shit today, so I feel pretty good about it. I haven't lost fucking shit. I got my wallet, I got my shoes, I got my smile, my good attitude. I got my friend David, who I know we're veterans of festivals, and by that it means I've been to 2, and he has.
You know
done
what's
many.
happened to me today?
He's going to come to America. He shot a Comedy Central special.
I have what is known as today. I'm experiencing what is known as hat gain.
I fucking hate that hat.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Whenever I see that hat, like
I have hat gain. You don't know what hat gain's like.
No, I do, because I'm living it. And what hat gain means is when you gain a hat, I lose thousands of dollars.
How do you monetize a podcast?
Because everything we do is free.
Yeah.
And then when we do the live ones, we do $2. And our fan base are so fucking nice that they'll buy 4 for no reason to give us money, because that's all we ask for. So we've done 2 live
also sell
podcasts. You
sell little bags of heroin.
Yeah, you get like a gram. Which is not that much. But anyway,
It's a front.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is. We also sell Persian rugs, which
Did you
is
get
weird.
the new Walk in the Room, man?
Yeah.
Shit is good. Fucking so much better than China White.
I know, but that last one, the
man.
patent one, was cut with something.
Oh yeah. It was pretty
Yeah.
watered down.
Yeah, that was that was watered down. So we sell them for like $2 a piece, and so our fan base will buy them, and they're very sweet about it. And a lot of times they'll buy more than they need and whatever. So
Bandwidth, isn't that what's expensive here? A concept I don't understand. But in order for podcasts to be on the internet,
Yeah, you gotta. It's about the hosting site, so you gotta get the right hosting site. And
right? Yeah.
It's it's a monthly. You gotta pay a monthly fee to have all your shows up. So
it's really become obviously it's a deal. Like my tickets are doing fine here, but podcasts went immediately.
Yeah.
Granted there was only one, and no one will ever fucking hear it. But the point is, But let's talk about you. So you just did it.
You know what? Wrap it up in like wrap it up in something, and then just shove it down inside of you.
Dude,
and then make sure every once in a while.
First off, my first email back to you was I didn't go like, oh fucking what the fuck, dude.
I think calling someone a bag of cunts is not nice.
Dude, that has been a term of endearment in this podcast for a really long time.
True.
But it's just the
Did you
losing.
see the guy that made the can of cunts t-shirt?
We say can of cunts.
We say can of cunts because
And,
we're bad people.
we're bad people.
And then there was a guy here who had a t-shirt, a Campbell's can of cunts t-shirt with a picture of Matthew McConaughey's face in it.
Yeah.
It was fucking genius.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was it was $2,000 that hat.
Are you
He
gonna-
did tell me that. So it's like mink. It's got mink inside on it. So he sold the podcast to someone. It's like when the dealer comes back on the block and suddenly he's driving an 8 Series BMW. It's like, no, I just had a windfall.
Yeah.
Look, I am a fan of the circle ball kickers through the poles. I like them.
You're a cunt. I don't want to talk to you
I
anymore.
like it when a guy catches the ball and kicks it through a pole.
You just shot a Comedy Central special.
I did. I got it was a very long process to get a visa to go and
Just
do
to do
shows
the special?
in your country.
Oh, to do shows before you did the special?
Well, so the visa you have to apply for to be a comedian in America is one called an alien with extraordinary ability.
Yep, that's us. That's us. If we can dehumanize you as much as possible before you get there, you cannot
And
come in.
what is yours? Can you make smoke out of your eyes? Or
Well,
what is your?
so the last time I went,
By the way, that's a terrible ability.
it's
Of all the superhero abilities, making smoke come out of your eyes is awful. Anyway, go ahead.
It's impressive. You can definitely distract somebody, but then once you've done it once, you can't use it again.
So at the customs point, look, whatever you call it, immigration point, the last time, a very nice man, he looks at it and he goes, "What have we got here? Oh, visa." And he goes, "01 visa." And he looks at me and he goes, "You realize this is the extraordinary ability visa. This visa was created for Einstein and to get scientists out of Germany pre-Second World War."
funny
he goes,
man.
and he goes, so what do you do? And I said, I do songs on a little keyboard. And he stamped it like,
I'm a music clown.
welcome to it. I just sort of handed it back, just shaking his head. People who have this visa, they used to have elements named after them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he say like, you have dirtied this visa?
This great country.
Soiled it.
He said the founding fathers, when they conceived of the alien with extraordinary ability visa,
I would like there to just be a line in behind him. There's like a clown and a mime, just a guy with a tiny guitar, and just like a whole line of people that are like,
I can make a taco. Did you now? But now, do you have the as part of your career plan? Do you want to move to America? A lot of people seem to want to move to America. Like I've talked to a lot of people here in Australia where you do sort of get a sense of like you don't, especially given how huge this fucking continent is, and then there's just there's barely any people here. But there's only so much you can do here, and then you have to leave.
Comparatively, there are hardly people. There's so many more people where you are. I mean,
I live in Dublin, and I like living in Dublin a lot. I live approximately 39 euros from London on an aeroplane.
Really?
Where there's an awful lot of work. The beauty of Dublin is, in Dublin, it's kind of a door split scene in terms of comedy, whereby there's a whole lot of rooms, and on any given night, if I write a new song or something I want to try out, I can ring someone up and go, can I come down there and do it? So it's a really good place to work stuff up, and then to go off then and do festival like Edinburgh or Montreal or here, or going to New Zealand after this. So I kind of like living in Dublin, but the opportunity to do stuff in America is quite exciting because I don't know, so many of the comedians obviously that I grew up listening to on records are from there. As regards moving there, I don't know, but I like that I can go back and forth at least.
Yeah. We you can work in America and no one can ever know who you are. Like that's how big it is where we are. You can,
that's what we're.
And that's what Dave and
that's the speech we want to give you. That's a great point to make when a gentleman says, "I would like to come to America and work." Yeah, no one can ever know who you are. You can just be invisible. It's really great. You can be completely invisible.
It's like your dad, pretty much. Like you guys told me if I came in this podcast, though, this was all I needed to do.
Yeah, no, for that kind of career, we didn't tell you why. That's the career Dave and I are having, where we've existed in show business for a long time, but failed at the same time. Like we've actually just failed, right?
I several of my buddies, I'd be quite close with Brett and Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords, and they did Edinburgh, they did here. And then they went to America and
now they're winning Oscars and
had a lovely
but they
time.
broke up the band, right? They're done, right?
No. They've just announced a tour in Australia.
But they stopped doing their series, right?
Yeah, they stopped doing their.
They decided they just didn't want to do it anymore. Who does that?
They're quality of life dudes.
Yeah.
This is what I love about them. New Zealand is a wonderful, wonderful place.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
People, are very concerned about the quality of the air they're breathing, the water they're drinking, eating, fine foods. It's not a country with a huge sort of income disparity. There's Peter Jackson, and he's very wealthy, and then there's everyone else. Peter Jackson, Fly the Conchords, and then everybody else. Yeah. And so they're guys who, you know yourself, you sign a TV deal, you're looking at 18 months from signing it to finishing shooting those 12 eps or whatever it was. And they didn't want to do. They'd have babies, and they wanted to go and have a lovely time with babies. And
saying they want to have a lovely time with babies is a weird way to put it.
The beauty of Conchords, and they won't mind me saying this, is that it was just one of the projects they always had going. It wasn't like so
it wasn't like their only thing.
Yeah, like Jermaine does animation with his friend. Brett was in one of the biggest bands in New Zealand, the Black Seeds, and so they had all these other things going on. And Conchords was just one of those things. So when Conchords started to feel like work, it was like, leave that, it's fine. Which is something generally not done in America, where I'm sure they were HBO wanted them to make more of it, but. They'd had enough, and there's more important things than getting paid.
Oh, I disagree with that.
I'm not 100% sure about that. No, that's incredibly admirable. I mean, that really is. Like, to be able to just say no. Okay, we're done our thing. You know.
Well, I think a weakness of the American TV model, where
here
you're, has
we go.
my visa just been revoked?
I'm going to put on my chainmail. Let's get this conversation started.
Hang on, the piano man has something to say. No, I think I know where you're going with this, but go ahead, say.
Is that take a lot of the great TV shows that I grew up with that were being made in Britain, say Fawlty Towers, say more recently Garth Marenghi's Dark Place or The Boosh. These are all shows that Fawlty Towers, 12 episodes ever. The Office, 12 episodes, 2 specials. And 12 episodes is you can handle that. If it's your idea, you two guys, you can write that whole thing. But with the American model, where you're
we
under
haven't
pressure,
managed 12 episodes of this podcast that are listenable.
It involves you would if they want you to make another 12, 15 episodes, then you're up to 35. Then suddenly you got to get other writers in, and it becomes a bit of a monster, the whole thing.
Oh,
so
it just gets ridiculous.
No, there's
keep it
nothing.
small.
There's nothing
Yeah.
that. The one thing I will say, like I worked on Sex and the City, and they stopped after 6. They just stopped. Now,
Right,
That's short.
yeah.
In America, people were like, I mean, it was at the peak of its thing. That's a really rare occurrence. Then they went and made a movie, which was okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking, fuck, that was rad. Like we left it because I would then travel around the world, and people go, fuck, how come there's not more? And I'm like, that's why you want to leave the room. Like. That's how you want to do it, and they certainly could have made more. And then they went and made the movie, and I will go, okay, well they made the one movie that did okay. They kind of they sunk the 3-pointer, and then they made that fucking Dubai movie, and they fucked it. Like there's no, and that was all about money. I think on some level, you know. And I think someone thinks they have an idea, whatever, but everything in America is just about generating more money and also keeping the existing machine afloat. So NBC. Has to have 22 episodes of something, so then it can get to because nowadays you get to 6 years or 6 seasons, and then you have enough to.
It's
just
100 episodes.
You got to have.
Is that what it is? What was it? What's his name? The dude, fucking guy from Hartman. Dan Harmon was saying he's just trying to get the 6 seasons or whatever. Is that 100 episodes?
That probably equals out to. I mean, I'm sure they don't give as many episodes. They used to be 26 episodes a season. They've cut back on a lot of shows.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so then they can go into syndication. If they have 100 episodes.
But isn't syndication even a thing now? And all you can do one season of something and put it on fucking Netflix.
Well, that's the thing. The model's totally changed.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a legitimate thing to go. This is an idea, and this is an idea that isn't going to go forever, but still we could get some sweet times out of it. And then to pull back, to bail on the idea and go, that's it, we're done.
Yeah.
I think that is a beautiful thing.
Did you ever see? There was
Are you trying to talk us into not doing the podcast anymore?
I feel it's peaked. With the mist.
I kept saying to Dave, I go, we ought to just not. We're doing our 100th episode when we get back to Los Angeles, and I said, man, we ought to just fucking if we stopped.
Yeah.
It'd probably be the best thing that ever happened in our career. I mean, people would talk about us for at least a week after that, and then that'd be done. But that'd be big for you and me,
Really
right?
big. It'd be a really big week on Facebook.
People would be really bummed until they listen to Pete Holmes. I miss one. Oh, Pete Holmes is good, and that'd be the end of it. Nobody would remember.
Easily forgotten.
Easily forgotten.
Are you? Have you done any TV? Are you
an
actor?
Not much of an actor. I've done bits and pieces. Like I've got this beard at the moment because I'm doing like you guys. I like doing live stuff, you know, and it's. I earn enough money to carry on around the world and do shows. So I'm doing 2 shows here. Doing a stand-up show, and I'm doing a show where I pretend to be a shit Antarctic explorer from 1917. Who's just come back from the South Pole. You know, that's the stuff that I want to be doing. And
What
so
show
weird.
was that?
That's what I was working on.
What's that? Were you a shit explorer?
No, I just
You know, he wrote
that idea.
He wrote a book about penguins.
Pandas,
I mean. Look,
Greg's not smart.
Look,
He actually doesn't know the difference.
hang on, be fair. They both start with fucking P.
Yeah.
They're both black and white. So back the fuck up.
It's true. Like pianos.
Do you get them confused with pepper?
They're both flightless
White
birds.
pepper?
I do get them confused.
Do
with
you
white
sometimes
pepper.
go like, are you going down to Antarctica to see the white pepper? Like, do you?
I have no problems. I meant to say pandas.
You
did mean to say pandas.
With my friend Claudia.
Can I make?
Yes.
Is it possible that
entertaining? Yes.
in America things are sort of funneled inexorably to how can we put this on TV? Let's do something with this on TV. But I've done some TV, but I have ideas that just work better as live shows. Or Claudia and I wrote a book of fake facts about sharks and a book of fake facts about pandas, and they're just books.
Yeah.
And people look at them and go, if we made it like Top Gear, but with fake pandas, and like, no.
First off, that would be the top of my fucking TiVo queue. I would fucking TiVo the shit out of Panda Top Gear.
So I got
you guys sitting around talking about animals. You and Claudia, that would be absolutely insane. You should take that right to IFC now. I'm producing it. Let's do it.
I got credible. Occasionally I get offered. Mostly there's a time of year when pitches have to go anything for TV shows.
Yeah.
And so I get asked by a lot of people, can we put your name forward for this? And the greatest ever short pitch came in an email, which was, it's like The Apprentice, that show.
Yeah.
But with pets. Like, how does that's the pitch for the show. And it's just two things that don't...
You're fired. You're fired. You're no longer a dog.
And I wouldn't
How does that work?
This dog failed at the bake sale. What happened? They were supposed to make and produce a cookie. But it's a dog. I don't give a shit. The challenge was that this Pekingese was supposed to make and sell cookies. They were going to market it with this other poodle. The two of them, and they were both, you're both fired. Oh my God, they fired both dogs. It's the worst show ever.
As a raccoon, you are not working well with the dogs and the parrots. You're fired. If a raccoon cannot tell dogs and parrots how to work,
you're not able to come up with a viable business plan. You're fired. Sir, I don't think you understand they're animals. They just walk around in circles, shit, and sleep. No. It's The Apprentice with animals. Fuck.
And it wasn't even as one of the main jobs, as the firing jobs. It was you interview them after they've been fired.
Oh my God. What are you interviewing?
How do you feel about stop scratching? How do you feel please don't lick there. Can we all right, when you're done we will continue the interview, but
I used to do festivals with my own show and my dignity, but I'm trading it off for television.
Look,
because this is going to really make people come see me play my keyboards.
I wrote a book about sharks, and you are maybe my favorite bird that I've ever interviewed. I'm just saying.
By the way, it was a fake book about sharks. There were facts that were not real. That is the best, man. That is the best. Tell the names of your books are what?
There's a book called 100 Facts About Pandas.
Yeah.
So, if a panda is struck by lightning, its black hair turns white and its white hair turns black, and they're called negative pandas. But if it's hit by lightning a second time, it goes back to its original colors, and they're called double negative pandas or just pandas. And there's one of those on sharks as well. No, but that's said quite a lot.
Well, because that's stoners would love that, but it's also like that's a great that kind of shit I fucking love.
Yeah. It's one of those books, and it never admits that it's not as serious. But like the publisher we went with,
do that, right?
Publisher we went with was like, we just released it as a scientific
that's awesome.
document. But the problem is to publicize it. I had to go on morning radio.
Yeah.
And I would say, well,
they're great, right? Morning radio.
The memorable one was, so DJ, as he's just been playing the Coors or Shakira, and is handed the press release, which just says 100 facts about pandas, and I've been sat there.
Yeah.
And so next we're joined by zoologist David O'Doherty. I'm like, no. And he goes, so you've written a book, 100 Facts About Pandas. You've spent a lot of time in China researching the book, right? So this is question one. So I go, no, I just wrote it in my flat in Dublin. And he goes, okay, what's one of your findings? And now it's this situation where I have to try and think of the least ridiculous fact. I'm leafing through the book, trying to find the least ridiculous fact in the most ridiculous book that's ever been published.
Oh my God.
The least ridiculous fact, the one that I settled on was if due to the high iron content in the panda's liver, they're slightly magnetic. So if you blindfold one, it'll go north. Right? It'll be drawn north.
What did he say?
He just goes, yeah. This is Beyonce. I'm just straight into
Oh
music.
my God,
Get
that's
outta here.
amazing.
Yeah.
You're out of here.
Yeah.
This
God.
is Beyonce. You're out of here. That if you first off, that's amazing. So are those books available on Amazon and all that?
Yeah, they're
okay,
yeah, they
get 'em.
do all right. That they read the comments.
David and Claudio Dorti not married.
Yeah, she's from Sydney. We met because we had the same name. Read the comments on Amazon. 50% of them are people going, "I love sharks, and I bought this for my husband, and it is full of lies."
I love
And the
sharks.
picture on the cover is like is a shark leaping through a hoop at a sort of ocean world type place. I have a friend who's a genius at Photoshop, so he can make the most outlandish things seem
Yeah.
true. Like, how could you buy that? Yeah. Oh well.
That's fucking amazing. God damn it, that's good.
Yeah,
That is
Claudia O'Doherty is just one of those people you meet from doing these international gigs. There are people who travel around the world doing strange comedy things who never do TV. You know, occasionally will appear on a podcast like this, and Daniel Kitson would be who I'd regard as the best comedian working today. Claudia O'Doherty is it's not a bad old, it's a strange sort of carny existence, but I got to meet you guys.
We'll ruin that feeling in the next segment. Right?
That's great, yeah. That's great. Asshole. Welcome back to Walking the Room, the world's fucking stupidest podcast.
Wow.
Oh.
I went to a very Catholic school. I wouldn't say I was raised Catholic, but I went to a very Catholic school. And you know the way there's different saints that you pray to for different things?
Yeah.
I don't know, but there might be a saint for a lost SD card. I don't know.
I'd love for that guy to just show up and say, hey, you know, Broseph, here's your card. Hi, Broseph. Here's your podcast.
Yeah. So we just found out that fortunately they did not keep any sort of backup file.
Tonight we're doing one with Tofop. We're doing a thing called Superpod with these fucking awesome dudes, and I think we just give it right to Clausen and let him fucking deal with it.
Fuck you. What does that mean?
He can put it up.
He's not going to put it up on our site, dipshit. I have to put it up. Why don't you fucking relax a little bit and come down off your tantrum? It's gone. It's no big deal. It's one fucking podcast out of millions of podcasts that happen around the world. It's not a big deal.
If evolution continues at the same rate, by the year, I think 83,000, we will have card readers in our mouths. You'll just be able to put the card on your tongue and just download all of the information.
You'll also be able to lick your computer to listen to it.
Did you hear about the tattoos that there you can put a tattoo on now that has some sort of material in it that will vibrate when your phone rings?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's got to be healthy.
Oh, it's got to be great for you.
No, I don't care if my phone rings. I never answer my phone.
What if your arm was tingling?
I would be pretty sure that I was having a stroke.
The great thing about mobile phones is that the technology never dates. So that's going to be completely relevant for the rest of your life. Your vibrating tattoo, the same way that a Nokia 3510 is still such a cool phone from 1997.
Oh my god, dude, do you still have the vibrating arm? Fuck you! How's your vibrating arm? No, man. No.
Is this the...
I have the magic whistle inside my eye. That lets me know. I can only hear it, but I can hear it inside my eye. I don't understand. You can listen with your eyeball? Yeah. It's magical.
You know, I start my car with a toenail.
There's a lot of pussy at this fucking festival. Do you notice that?
What just happened?
I wanted to fucking change the subject.
Jesus, that got
Am I
really
wrong?
weird.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah. There's... What do you
Are you
think?
a single man? Are you single?
I am a single man. Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of girls here.
Are you
Yeah?
terrified of that?
No, but I don't know. I've always been scared of the idea of someone who sees me on stage and the idea of making out with them afterwards and them having a weird idea. I mean, I am myself on stage certainly, but I'm not as structured and hilarious in real life. So there's just going to be a massive anticlimax from then on.
Do you know who I think would very much disagree with you about that? Is
you two guys?
You two guys. They've done all right for themselves, huh?
Yeah. Go
They
on.
do okay.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I did a show, the Bring the Rock show that you did,
Yeah.
with film actor Jason Segel. And what he does is when he's done with his set, he'll say, "My name is Jason Segel. My phone number is 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9. Give me a call. Let's fuck." And then his phone will buzz before he gets off stage. He'll get the number. He'll meet the girl at the front of the club, and they will leave.
Really?
Yes. So he's not as concerned about that as you are.
I do that at the grocery store.
So you'll say, you'll stand over in produce and go,
Yeah.
"My name's Dave.
My name's Dave.
Where's my phone
Here's
number?"
my digits. I don't know if you're over there near eggplants or whatever, but if you want to come out to my car and fuck.
In 2006, I did the Edinburgh Festival, and the show before me was Russell Brand's show, and he used to finish. I'd be backstage for the last sort of 2 minutes of his show, just getting my stuff ready, and the end of his show was a lot of you may see me on stage or have seen me on TV and think I'm untouchable, but I'm not untouchable, especially if you're a beautiful woman. I'm just going to be standing at the bar over there after the show, so come over and maybe we can have sex tonight. And that would work. If I said that, I would sound so creepy.
Oh my God.
Oh, I would say, so hey.
Yeah.
I know that there's some very pretty women here tonight. And so my cock needs to go inside of something, so I'll be over at the bar.
Oh my God, dude! So last night I do my show, and then I go out to meet some of the kids that are there, and this woman comes up. She's got to be 70 plus, and she's got bandages over both wrists. And she talks about how much she loves the show.
Yep.
And wants to know if she can get a picture taken.
Yep.
And then she sits in my lap and asks me if I have my dick out.
That's a valid question. That's a valid question.
And we were like, so she did it like, there was some cuddlers around and taking pictures, and so everyone was being sort of respectful to her. She was sort of quiet, but she was like, "Do you have your dick out?" And then you can see in the photo of me looking around everybody going, "Please, somebody get her off my lap." Like I didn't know how to.
Did she start rubbing? Was she rubbing?
She just was like being. I thought she was at one point. It seemed like she was about to lift her top. Like it was just very. And then I noticed that both wrists were bandages.
So you're basically saying you've lived what Russell Brand lives.
I can't even imagine. Was he nice, Russell Brand?
He's a lovely guy.
Did he ever leave a shit in a toilet?
He's all
Backstage?
No,
Not kidding.
It's happened.
Well, maybe it's an environmental thing. He just leave it there, stick a few more on.
Maybe he doesn't want to go on stage with all that toxicity. I mean, that's all it is. It's just waste.
Just had the greatest reaction. It was almost sympathetic.
Yeah, I'm defending little Brandy here. Maybe he's thinking it's a waste of water. Flush that send it to the sea with some of its friends. So you you stick one down on top of it. Then we flush.
Well, he likes what they call a pile on.
Yeah,
just go ahead and pile on. Just king of the hill. Here's the thing.
Nobody a level as a society,
yeah,
where we're trying to save water, so we're not flushing shit. That's not. I feel like that's not like environmentally positive because
I'm gonna stick with if it's brown, flush it down.
Right, I feel like we should stick with that idea because I feel like it's not great. It doesn't end well.
But nobody doesn't like. We were cautious about telling the story because nobody doesn't like him. Like nobody. Nobody loves him. Yeah,
He's just a very honest, straight up guy, and he's tried to come to terms with the immense fame that he's had. Obviously he wanted to be famous as well, but it's still difficult to process. But I do like that he has remained pretty honest throughout the whole thing. It's not like this big phony kind of act or anything. It's kind of him. Especially like, but it's that with Russ. That show in 2006 is one of the best shows I've ever seen, which was like I was a semi-functioning heroin addict, and it was anecdotes about being a junkie while trying to do this media job. and going to orgies in tower blocks, and how they'd
What?
at the orgy have a
I don't know what that means.
a tower block is like project. He'd go to weird
Attack the
places.
Block was Tower Blocks then. That
Yes.
movie. Yeah. Okay.
So and there'd be a small bowl of like mints that spearmints or circular after dinner mints. That the person who's running the orgy would have left out.
Wait, who's?
This is a Russell bit from 2006 that I used to listen to every night.
there's orgies going on.
Wait a minute.
Do you have to be a heroin addict to get who gets invited to the
I don't
orgy?
mind where your dick's been. Please freshen your breath.
Yeah, and also
Have a mint.
him imagining the quantity of sperm that there was mixed in with those mints in the bowl.
I wish that had never been said.
So with Russell, you had this, and then that show made him his career exploded. And it's that sort of hip hop thing where your first album is like being from the street, and then your second album is just about sitting in limos drinking champagne. What do you do with your because you can't just be like Van Morrison, who for the rest of your life just goes on about how he used to clean windows in the late 60s. You've been a millionaire for 20 something years, Van.
Yeah.
Talk about something else. And so Russell's made an attempt to try and
Be honest.
talk about this incredibly
I
complicated
saw it yesterday.
world.
There's a trailer for the Katy Perry's shot of some sort of a tour film, concert film, behind the stage film, and it goes through the divorce thing. And I just thought, God, could you imagine like you break up with somebody and then it's in a documentary?
Yeah.
Like their whole thing, and it's like and it shows her backstage. The way they cut the trailer is Katy Perry, blah blah blah, and then it shows her crying, and I'm like, that's just got to be. It's such a public level, like this shit. That's like, because like when you're in a relationship with somebody, good, bad, or indifferent, that's just your fucking shit. Just the two of you. That's it.
Yeah.
It's so unique and so weird, and only you guys can actually understand the dynamic or what it even means. And even when you break up, like you're real, like it's real. They didn't do it as a party. Whatever.
I mean,
it was.
I wish I could relate to this, but if the press is all over me, so I don't relate to what you're saying. Like I live in a different place.
Dave, yeah, where's that SIM card?
This show I'm doing here is about. I was booked to do this festival. So we're now early April. I was booked to do this festival in October. I was like, brilliant. And then I broke up with my girlfriend in late October because I was going to write a new show for this. Yeah. And then I just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I lay on a bed eating Domino's pizza for 2 months.
Sure.
And then, but this show
You look good, man. You actually look very fit.
Well, it's about the struggle then to a thing happened on the 26th of December. I killed a mouse, and that was the way you just need something to.
Okay, wait, now.
hang on. Let's go back.
Like you say stuff very, very simply and calmly.
Is that because we're not? We're
startling.
Is that a?
Now, meaning,
is
like,
that-
did you go to the pet store and buy one and then put a nail gun through it? Like, was it a sacrifice or what was?
Or is that like some Irish thing we don't know? Like I killed a mouse. Like what that means is
Kill the mouse already!
kill
That
the
was
mouse.
Scottish.
Does that mean? Is that how you get out of that? That was Scottish.
I think it was
that was Scottish. What you just did?
Well, it
Your
certainly wasn't
accents are
Irish.
unbelievable.
I grew up in an old house, and once a year a mouse would appear somewhere in my life. This is from the age of 0 till when I left home.
Yeah.
Like it would be in a box of breakfast cereal and would run out, or it would be I'd pull back the covers of my bed and it would be underneath. It was just, and I hated mice, and consequently since then every time a radiator clicks in the middle of the night
Did you grow up in 1600 Ireland?
or a floorboard squeaks, I sit bolt upright.
Like, do you live in a Lewis Carroll story, or? So there's one mouse.
So
he had a hat. So he would take his hat off. he would say, "Good day, sir."
such a personal show. I love that it's being covered like this. And so the fear of the mouse just became like I would since then pretty much every night for the last 30 years. At some point, I've heard a sound, be it a car going by or a floorboard creak, and just I sit bolt upright and turn the light on. Like, where's the mouse?
You have mouse PTSD.
What's PTSD?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
It's like what soldiers get when they come back from the war and they and they
Except
flip out.
They've experienced something real, but so this mouse. So
Essentially, the background to this is that I was stuck in a rut You know what I mean? I had the blues, and I was lying on a couch. I couldn't do anything. I was struggling to do shows because this is a very easy job, except when someone's just died or someone is or when you're heartbroken.
Yes.
In which case they're the only two times.
Yeah.
I've no sympathy for. There's so much mythologizing goes on in stand up. Like you look at. Like that. I saw the Conan O'Brien documentary about like what he went out and did a live show and he's tired meeting people. It's such an easy job. It's easy.
Yeah,
and
it is.
My friends do real jobs and that's hard. So I have no sympathy for any of that. But except when it's just a hard job when you're heartbroken. So I couldn't do. I was meant to be writing this show. I couldn't think of anything. And then it built up to this. I needed something to happen, and a mouse ran across the floor of my house, and I just bought the house in Dublin. So my thought immediately was, I have to sell the house. That was the first that I was gonna just
burn it. I would've burned it to the ground.
just jerry can of petrol, padlock the front door, matching through the letterbox. Thanks, house.
House.
But that it was a combination of several things. Was that the fact that the bank wouldn't have taken kindly to me because they own the house. Really,
Sure.
me telling them that I've had to destroy it because there's a mouse in it.
Right.
And I'd seen Jaws the night before, which
there are
is
other solutions.
my favorite movie ever.
Right.
And so this was my sort of Sheriff Brody moment.
Yeah.
That if you substitute mouse for shark,
Go
and
get him, Captain Ahab.
beach for sitting room, and killing children for running under cushions, you pretty much
Yeah.
you had a very similar plot to
That's
Jaws.
very similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't see any difference, honestly.
So I
Call Spielberg.
I
Do you own a harpoon?
So I just threw
So you
a
put
fire extinguisher in his mouth, and then I shot the fire extinguisher.
and there's just mouthpieces everywhere.
My God, that's the best. Oh, I wish I'd seen that.
I'm looking forward to
The hardest part was getting the fire extinguisher in his mouth. I'm pretty much sure he was dead then, but just because you had to really open his mouth.
Yeah.
So he probably was dead then, but just to make sure, I shot it.
Well, I'm making a serious point here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a time with heartbreak and whatnot, there's a time for rising like a phoenix from the ashes.
Yeah. Sure.
But there's also a time for lying in the ashes like a broken phoenix.
Yeah.
Just for a little while, going like, oh, poor phoenix.
Yeah.
And so I'd done that. And then you need something to break you out of.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're in serious trouble because you become the depressed guy.
Yeah.
You become the blues.
Becomes your persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I needed something to happen, and the mouse appearance happened. One thing led to another, and I ended up tracking down that mouse.
And
I took that mouse as a life.
how did you take the mouse's life?
Using the internet said to put peanut butter into a trap, but I tried to put myself into the mind of the mouse. What's like peanut butter but more delicious? Nutella. And so it was a Nutella trap.
Yeah.
And it was the moment where I knew the mouse was there and I was going to have to deal with it. I was going to have to deal with the body. And this was not what I was looking forward to. But then in picking up the mouse on the shovel and putting him into a Domino's garlic bread box, which I selected as the sort of sarcophagus.
Yeah.
It was seeing...
Which is, first off, all three, I would go eating Nutella very happily, and I'd happily be buried in a Domino's box. So I think this to me,
It's a great way to go.
To me, I don't find anything disrespectful about this at all.
So just looking at, it was the first time I'd ever been face to face with, because the mice had all been alive for my entire youth, and then suddenly looking at how tiny this thing was and how it had a little face and little legs on it. It was someone's son. It was someone's brother. And maybe the mouse had broken up with his girlfriend, but instead of just lying on a couch eating pizza for 2 months, he'd gone out to seek adventure in the world until I'd whacked him with my ingenious Nutella trap.
You could have killed one of the great mouse explorers.
The
Right? There's Sir Francis Drake.
You could have killed Sir Francis, and he was out reporting back. He's also the world's oldest mouse, because it's the same mouse from your childhood. So here was this old legend mouse that had been reporting back to his mice friends about your life. And he would go back every day and he goes, oh, he's so heartbroken. Guys, he is so heartbroken.
I'm
He's
gonna
just
cheer him
eating
up.
pizzas.
I'm gonna do a little run across this floor to cheer him up.
Look at me. I'm fucking adorable. Look at my little face and my little legs. I'm somebody's brother.
I'm somebody's
How do you
brother.
know? I'm just bolt across the room, give him a little cheer up.
Yeah.
And oh, fuck, is that Nutella? God damn it, I love that.
I love
Holy fuck, he left me.
French hazelnut spread.
Holy fuck, he left me. That is fantastic. Hazelnut spread. Boom.
So, and it was a pivotal moment in terms of confronting this thing, and it was like a distraction from my blues. This had taken 2 days to track down this poor Ringo. What was the name I'd given to him? And then in dealing with this, I kind of had put my mind into another place, not just thinking about this awful doomed relationship. And I suddenly felt like writing a show again. So what I write about in the show, I'll try and construct the show as a living monument to Ringo, the tiny mouse that I killed with Nutella. So that's where it's coming from.
I just think
Mine's about
I just
my
think you're
pants.
lucky.
I bought these clown pants and I thought I should fucking wear them. Mine, I'm not going through anything. Mine is about my clown pants. So I mean, so I get it. Artist to artist, I get it.
yeah. You're lucky it wasn't a
I
house.
like Conan and I couldn't watch that movie.
Yeah,
I didn't feel. I felt when he was going through. It's an interesting point that you make about stand-up and about like it. And I have a hard time with this argument with my wife because, you know, she'll say I've been doing this and I've been doing this and I've been doing this and you've been doing stand-up and blah blah blah. And to try to make the argument that what I do is difficult is just a lie.
yeah.
Being away from them is hard, no
Yeah.
doubt. That's absolutely very difficult. And there are days where stand-up can be trying. There are days where your career can be trying. And on an emotional level, you do 6 shows in a week. There's something about that fucking Sunday where you're like, I don't know how a human being can't be this wiped out. There's just something about performing every night. However, it's nothing compared to fucking running a machine.
Yeah.
You know, or having a job that's just filled with tedium.
Yeah.
You know, or just like something.
You're talking about like a derivative trader.
or seeing your stand-up. Like.
The
No reason.
Well,
For
you're
no
mad.
reason.
You're mad. It's okay.
I'm not mad.
You can lash
I'm not
out.
mad.
the
I love you.
the mythologizing thing that goes on with stand-up of just like, oh, person standing up there with a mic, loneliest job in the world. And, you know, and like people say, I could never do what you do. What do you do? I'm an eye surgeon. You know, and then when you do, and in virtually every
It's so
interview you ever do, it's like, tell us. Tales of the road. What's the worst thing?
Yes,
They always go, what's the
always,
worst gig?
always.
And like, I always feel like saying to that journalist, what's the worst article you've ever written? What is the most poorly constructed sentence you've ever... They just want to know these tales of hardship and soul searching. I used to pick up sausages from the floor of a German sausage cannery. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
You would come home reeking of sausages.
What I do is I'll just give them a different
did you
story.
really
Like, I'll
do
say,
that?
"What was- give us your worst road story." And I'll go, well, I went that one time I was in that Afghani village and I blew up that home and it turns out that it was filled with
Yeah.
just Afghani kids.
Yeah.
That was the worst day. I thought there were some insurgents.
It's a terrible gig.
I'd gone in and I'd just blown up some villagers.
And that was a triple gig, right?
That was a triple gig.
They're
Yeah.
not good bookers. I would not work for them.
It's fun. Look at us. Look, people are. It's now 3:25 in the. If I was in my sausage picking up job, right now is the time where you got to hose down the machine.
How many sausages were there on the ground?
The Germans love a sausage, and they love a sausage in a glass jar. And they'd come along the conveyor belt,
Yeah.
and they on the corners very often they'd fall off and smash. And Hervé was the foreman, and he had a whistle, and he'd blow into the whistle, and I had to put on a yellow hard hat, and I had a red buggy with a suction pump, and I'd have to drive to the site of the catastrophe and reverse backwards and forwards over it till I'd suck them all up into my undercarriage, and then return back to base again afterwards. And that was, and now, so I would be in the wipe down, cleaning
That's
up
amazing.
cleaning
That's-
up the. I know, and like, so now you guys are having a freak out about a lost SD card.
Yes.
And I'd be cleaning sausage off my hands.
Yeah,
Do you
I mean, I
think
used to
when
have
the
to clean.
Germans set out to make food, that their goal is how ugly can we do it? How unappealing can, like, what are the colors of the palette? Like, how are we working in gray? Like, the Germans eat more gray food and put more things in like a juice and then put it in a jar. Like,
Yeah.
they fucking
Yeah.
because of the country that they live in? Is it what is it about that palate? And I am German.
Yeah.
But we distance ourselves from their food. I don't.
To this day, all of the German that I have is directly to do with picking sausages up from the floor of a factory, which is a small niche area of human experience. Here's all my German. Wo ist die Kernmaschine? Where is the floor cleaning sausage picking up machine?
Yeah.
2 options. Die Kernmaschine ist unter die Rutsche. The floor cleaning machine is underneath the sausage transferring conveyor belt. The other option is that it's recharging, and I never learned that, so I just do this mime of asleep. I just... And that would symbolize the sausage machine is currently resting. So that
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know what? My kid wouldn't understand that. Because I always tell him like a car's asleep or a machine's asleep.
Yeah.
So same thing.
Yeah.
Base level stuff.
So
Base
here's
level
what
stuff.
Finn does. He says, Daddy's going to work, and he gets a jacket, and he walks to the door, and then he opens the door, and he goes out, and then he comes back in, and he puts his jacket down, and he says, I'm back from work. And you say, how was work? And he says, I lost the SIM card.
Well, then we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks for
David
being
O'Doherty, huh?
understanding.
No, I am
Fantastic
understanding.
guest.
I'm only making comedy. I genuinely, I don't care.
Fantastic.
It doesn't matter.
I'm bummed a little bit, but fantastic guest. Thank you. I would say where are you going to be, but I mean, how long's your show running here?
It's running here until the end of this festival. They're going to Sydney, going to New Zealand, then I'm going back home.
I'll see you in New Zealand.
Nice.
Right?
I'm there for 4 days.
My favorite country. It's great.
I hear it's great.
Yeah.
Do you go see the
I like
glowworms?
this. I have
I've seen
Sudan.
glowworms. Yeah.
Sudan is my favorite country, and
not
the
a good-
festival there is great.
Great festival.
No, it's fantastic.
It's not, is it? What's good about
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's where he's annoying because
Have you-
on the way here I'm like, we get a sausage roll, we get a muffin, and he's like, let's get Sudanese.
I love food you pick up with a spongy bread, but you only do it with a stump. So
Any food you can eat while you run. Always be running.
On May 2nd, we will be in Seattle at doing a live podcast at Chop Suey,
Yep.
Chopsticks, either one of those names I
Yep.
believe is applicable. The live 100th podcast
Yep.
on April 20th at
Yep.
Meltdown
Yep.
with Pat Oswalt, Brian Posehn,
And that'll be our very
Karen
last
Kilgariff,
podcast.
Paul
ever,
Gilmartin.
unless we lose it. Then
Unless
we'll do
we
another
lose it.
one.
We-
And then we'll...
We're going to lose all our live ones from now on.
I think you should record it onto one of those, like one of those early Thomas Edison. The rain in Spain. Mary had a little lamb.
All right.
Live to acetate.
Anything else? Glitter done.
Glitter done.
Please hang up and try again. Please hang up and try again. Please hang up and try again.